Terrible news coming out of Mexico. The fifth mayor of Mexico has been murdered in the last month during the mayhem of this drug war that's taking place, launched by Mexican President Felipe Calderon. Hi, I'm Paul Begley. Let's cut right to the chase. After the arrest in the last month, there were 72 bodies left in one room, murdered by these drug cartels. 14 of those bodies were women. There was 25 people mowed down by drug cartels. There was 25 drug cartel members that were killed by Mexican soldiers. There were 4 men decapitated whose bodies were hanging over a bridge in Mexico. There's been 5 mayors murdered. And there's been notorious captures. La Barbie was captured about 3 weeks ago. Also, El Grande was brought down by the Mexican soldiers and the Mexican police. There's been numerous killings all along the border between Mexico and America as President Felipe Calderon continues the war on drugs. And he's pushing the envelope, believe me, trying his best to clean up his country. And God bless him for this endeavor. But in Monterrey, Mexico yesterday, Mayor Gustavo Sanchez and one of his associates were found murdered by drug cartel there in their city. They were stoned to death. First, when their bodies were originally found, everybody thought they were hacked to death by machetes. But following CSI investigation, FBI investigations as well, and autopsies performed, it was determined that the mayor was not hacked to death with machetes, but he and his associate were stoned to death in Mexico. So the retaliation by these Mexican drug cartels, the intimidation, the message they're sending to the general public and to the mayors and the Mexican officials and to President Felipe Calderon is that they're not going to give an inch. It now becomes a test of the wills. I mean, will President Felipe Calderon, will he hold the line as he has for nearly 4 years? The multiple millions and millions of dollars of drug trafficking across the Mexican border into America becomes a great topic of discussion in midst of the fact that the people of the state of Arizona are trying to shut down the borders, have beefed up the patrols, and even gotten some assistance from the federal government as it relates to some National Guardsmen, trying to stop the continual illegal immigration that's going on and the illegal entering into the country from Mexican, and some are Guatemalans, Honduras, El Salvador, San Salvador. There's several from different countries. They're just trying to get to America for a better life. And they're being caught up in the middle of this drug war. And before I point the finger totally at all the drug cartels and drug lords in Mexico, 4 have to be pointing right back at the United States of America. We are, without question, the largest consumers of illegal drugs in the world. Cocaine is nose candy for the rich and the famous. Crack has become the poor man's drug on the streets of our major cities across America and in rural towns all over the fruited plain. We have become a nation that's addicted to everything and anything that we're supposed to leave alone. Why don't we build a wall? I keep bringing it up. They keep talking about stimulus package, stimulus jobs. No, quit lying. Build the wall all across the border of Mexico and America. Take $100 billion and build a wall. Employ thousands of people to do the work. Set up, look, we can invade countries, take over people like Saddam Hussein, wipe out the Taliban, work over to Al-Qaeda, put a man on the moon, find the Titanic, shut down an oil well in Mexico. But we can't build a wall? I'm Paul Begley. I'm exhausted. just exhausted.